What's up, guys? Yeah, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Reacts and Confused, and I finished Squid Game this Friday, so 2 days ago. Yeah, it was definitely a fun show. I really enjoyed it. Only the ending didn't leave me satisfied. It really didn't leave me satisfied. And I know there isn't a season 4 coming, but you know, it is possible with that ending, you know. And I know there's an American version of it, but is that like a kind of sequel, or is that legit as, you know, an American version of it? You know, it has no ties to the original version, only by name. You know, and obviously, you know, inspired. You know, it's inspired by the original version. So is it like that, or is it a sequel? Because at the end, you know, we were in America and we saw a slapping woman. It was this time it wasn't a slapping guy, we saw a slapping woman. So, you know, I've also chosen already which show we're gonna watch next, and that is Blackadder, a British comedy, which we're gonna start with tomorrow. It definitely had Rowan Atkinson in it, so you know, aka Mr. Bean. So it's gonna be definitely a lot of fun. But he can also play in serious pieces, you know, and still he would be a good actor, you know. But I know that this is gonna be a comedy, and I like him in his comedy form. So I'm curious, you know, how it will go. That said, let's just finish this last episode of Squid Game. We see that work on the boat, and the camera turns up, and we see Junho, the detective, while we see his ship. Junho gets on board of another ship, other boat, because there are two boats obviously, one that was following them and one that was escaping, and he stepped on the escaping boat. There is player 246, and Juno immediately grabbed his gun, and the player says, well, no, don't shoot, I'm not one of them. He then says that he Juno then says that he has to check something, and you know, he reaches over to the pocket of the worker 246, grabs out a scanner, and then, you know, scanned the back of the ear of the player. Now there's a beep. He looked, and it says NO246, so number 246. And Juno then asked if he was a player, and the guy nods and said yes. But if you want to know what's going to happen next, watch the show yourself. like I said, the ending didn't leave me satisfied because, well, spoilers, but Gian died and left the baby as the winner. Which, you know, I don't mind that the baby is the winner, but what I minded was we followed Gihan through the whole show, and then at the end, he dies. I hope that he would succeed, in taking down the game and all, but nope. That's the part that didn't let me satisfied, because I hope so much that that he would succeed, and he didn't. That's so shitty, man. You always hope, you go with the goal of the main character, like, well, you see two characters in maybe a romance story, and so, oh, I hope that they will fall in love, and usually at the end of the story, they become maybe a couple or so, and with this one, you hope, oh yeah, he will succeed by taking down the game, and it will never be played again. No, didn't work. He died. Fuck! And then at the very end, we came to find out that the game wasn't only in Korea, but it was also in America. It's probably worldwide. So this is where they maybe can make, a new, a new season from, or maybe even a movie as a sequel. Maybe to show Junho, try to take down the whole as game. He goes on, or Mr. Cho, that maybe he goes on. Would be nice. Well, I would be kind of interested, because I just want them to be taken down, But if they leave it at this, I can also leave it at that, It would be nicer if they would be taken down, but that's just what I hope, and that's probably not what's gonna happen. But that will not alter the score of this show, because overall this show is definitely a 5 out of 5, because it was really, well, for now it's a 5 out of 5, but it's just the first time watch. But will it stay like that? We'll only know by watching it in a couple of years, watching it again. But does it live up after a couple of years? Because Rick and Morty is just also a 5 out of 5 show, but that still lives up. I can still watch season 1 and still enjoy the whole show. But will this live up again, if I watch the first season for a third time and the other 2 seasons for a second time? I don't know, maybe, but to be honest, probably not. So I think I will give this whole show a high 4, low 5, because, that would be honest, that I probably would give, it would be not as fun anymore, because I basically know what's gonna happen, at the very end, because I know that he's not gonna succeed, and that's basically what the big thing, that pulls you away from, okay, I know that he's not gonna succeed, so his whole goal is gone, and the whole excitement for, okay, how is he gonna take it down, is kind of gone, to be honest. But if he had have had success, had succeeded, if you know what I mean, if the goal was reached, then it would probably be more fun if you watch it again, because you well, for me, definitely, if I watched it again for like 5 years, then I forgot a bit about the show and how he would have taken down the whole thing. But I probably will remember, oh yeah, he died at the end, you know. So, like I said, overall, this show is just a very good show. Go watch the show yourself, because it's definitely a recommender if you haven't watched it yet. But if you haven't watched it yet, why are you watching this video? Because, you know, it's full of spoilers, but you just got. So go watch the show and enjoy it, because, and don't forget, watch it in Korean and not in dubbed. Don't watch it in English, because, you know, it's not as fun. Just go watch it in original Korean. Yes, you maybe have to do some reading, but get over yourself. Just watch it. Sure. I'm gonna leave the dead, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Sharktopus and for Blackadder season 1 episode 1, hopefully. Well, I'm planning to watch the show. I don't know if I will succeed, but we'll only know that by, well, trying. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that. Leave likes, recommend a good Korean movie down below in the comment section, subscribe to the channel, come join Discord. I'll see you guys, well, tomorrow. Bye.